Ladies and gentlemen, I am the War Boss Squee, welcoming you to episode 3. It is episode 3 of our Shadowrun Returns playthrough. Now, in our last episode, we took on some Halloweeners and kicked their little jack-o'-lantern loving butts left and right. And we took care of some thugs roughing up a little bit of a free market going on around here in the Barrens. And today, we are going to go check out the murder site of Sam Watts. And I turned off the HD texture pack to see if this was going to run a little bit more smoothly. It does not seem to be the case. That is actually rather disappointing. I don't know why it's not the case, but I don't know what to say. So I'm actually hoping to zoom out a little bit more would fix it, but not so much. So this is the area where we were before. Now, ideally, I should have dealt with the Rent the Thugs, then dealt with the Halloweeners, and then just managed to make my way over here, because then we would have been right at the murder site, but that would have required planning and a little bit of remembering what was going on last time I did this, so. Alright. One thing I will say is that I really do love just the general design. It's not exactly the scale or anything like that, but damned if it doesn't look off. Atmospheric, I think is the word I'm looking for. Alright, here we go. Oh, and we got some Lone Star guys here as well. As you approach the scene of Sam's murder, Jake spies the flashing red and blue lights up ahead. Whoa, hold on a minute. Lone Star is above collecting on a corp-issued bounty, and the one on my head isn't going away anytime soon. He sighs. Sorry, friend. I think this is where our paths diverge. Thanks again for the help of those Halloweeners. Here's your payment. They don't take doing where I'm going, and you look like you'd use the funds. Likewise, Jake. Give me a call when you're in the clear. So he's here and gone. Yeah, sure. Starts to leave, but tilts his head back. Hey, one more thing. When you're done checking out your pal's crime scene, pop in the Seamstresses Union. It's just down the street. You need gear, information, or just a damn stiff drink? That's the place to be. Best dive this side of Chicago. I used that place as a base of operations for years back in the day. Make the right friends there, I'm sure you'll be able to get to the bottom of this Ripper business. Well, nice knowing you. Jake turns and disappears into the shadowy depths of the Redmond Barrens. So we're on our own again. Later, Jake. So let's see what we got going on here. Looks like we gotta talk to this nice fella here. Come on, zoom in so I can see what I'm doing on here. The bright yellow police tape cuts through the darkness, directing your eyes to the white chalk outline and dark red stain marking the slab of pavement where Sam Watts died. Standing at the entrance of the alley is a Lone Star officer. The cop looks cold, hungry, and irritated at the homeless man who's currently pestering him. I keep telling you, I need to get my stuff from the alley or I'm going to die in the cold tonight. The officer sighs. And I've been trying to explain to you that this is an official Lone Star investigation. I can't let anyone in here. Hey, I got rights. Look, you sinless garbage. I've got a job to do. Find a new blanket or I'll find a reason to use my stun baton. Typical. I hate all you pigs. Now, just now hold on a second. Okay, now what? The coroner Dresden sent me over. Don't mean jack to me. Unless someone radios me with an update, my orders are that no one gets in. Now, just a quick little bit of background as I'm doing these as it comes up. This fellow right here does not have a SIN, which is a state-issued, it's serial ID number or something like that. Basically, it's your biometrics, your social security number, your driver's license, everything rolled into one. With that, it proves that you are a citizen of whichever country you reside in or a citizen of the corporation that you work for. Without a SIN, you are not a person. You have no rights. I could kill this guy. Right here. Just completely just blow his head off. It would not be murder because he is not a person. as far as any government agency is concerned. A lot of people that don't have sins nowadays. Alright, so we have, right up here, Dan the Donut Man. Dan the Donut Man. The smell of fried food, powdered sugar, and slightly burned soy calf is almost enough to overpower the dusty sewage stench of Redmond streets. The troll working the stand is covered in food stains older than he is. Not really sure how that works. What can I get you, chummer? Let's start off with a purchase. I'll take the jelly donut and a soy calf. Enjoy. See that murder across the way? Nope, that was closed when it happened. But hey, it's the Barons. A back alley killing's nothing new around here. The only reason the cops are making a big deal about this Ripper business is that some of the victims are real people. You know, folks with sins. You tell me about the Barons. The Barons? Hell, if you gotta ask, you probably shouldn't be out here. This stretch we're on is called Touristville, though. I suppose it's the closest thing around here to respectable. Fewer muggings, and you might even survive drinking the water if you're lucky. Wouldn't recommend it, though. Kind of reminds me of Detroit. Now, behind me, that's the Seamstresses Union. You want drinks, drugs, favors, or information around here? The Union's your spot. Now, that place is the reason I'm in business. Folks get the munchies when they party. This is Kubota, owns the joint, and she's quality. A hard woman, but fair. Alright, so that actually did some good right there. So we know a little bit about the Barons. We know a little bit about the Seamstresses Union here. We got here Bobby and Sally. Let's talk to Sally real quick. The dwarf merchant is packing up her stand for the night. I'm closed. Come back tomorrow. Well, you've got a great view of that alley across the street. I suppose you happen to see the murder that happened there. She grunts. Sure, I was closing up when I heard a series of explosions from behind the Union. A couple seconds later, this guy comes out and runs across the street. Didn't get a good look at him, and all the lights in the alley exploded all of a sudden. Things got pretty quiet after that. And let me guess, you didn't go running over to see if that guy was okay. Well, not surprising. Hell no! Around here, that sort of thing gets you killed. And thank you for your time. Uh-huh, no problem. Yeah, there's a joke that you go to some of the major cities like New York or Chicago or Los Angeles, and a man walks up to another man, pulls out a sawed-off shotgun, and blows his head clean off his shoulder, just sprays the crowd with gore. The police go around asking for witness statements, and nobody saw nothing. He just fell over, and that was that. Well, in the Shadowrun, that's actually kind of true. Most people don't want the attention of Lone Star, a war with the corporations if they don't work for them. Especially if you're sinless, because like I said, if you're sinless, you got no rights whatsoever. Ah, you again, what? Long night, eh? You look cold, so I picked up a donut and some soy calf. Gotta love it. Hey, thanks. The officer's face lights up as he takes a sip. He seems pretty trusting for an officer of the law. You know, when my dad was a cop, this was back when cops actually worked for the government. He said folks would buy him coffee all the time. I ain't seen it till now. So what can I do for you? Okay, we have two options here. I'm actually working for the dead man to help find his killer. Can go into the alley and look around for a bit. Or I can lie again. From Eternal Affairs, a review of the forensics guy's work to find anything I might have missed. Well, we've been honest so far, so let's keep it up. Your client in is the chalk line? That's messed up, man, but I respect it, okay? But don't mess anything up. Not that anyone would likely notice because the forensics aren't coming back. Alright, so let's talk to this fellow real quick. Now that we have access. The streets have not been kind to this man, but they've also hardened him. This man is clearly a survivor, although one wrestling with the onset of age and arthritis. You. I saw you over there with that rat bastard cop. What do you want? Know anything about the murders that took place here? You squint, you suspicious. You a copper? Or working for some corp? Just a freelancer. Good. I never told those cops and salary man nothing. What you want to know? Did you see the murder? Nope. Can't say I'm sorry I missed it. I was hauling crates for Mrs. James up at the market. Can't carry as much as I used to, so it took a while. Got back here in time to see a couple of tourists puking all over my home turf. But then that jerk face in the uniform always set up shop in my alley. So you live in this alley? Sure. Last couple months I've been sleeping there. I spent my days out doing odd jobs for the street merchants or panhandling tourists over to the Seamstress Union. Let's see what else we got. Well, you know, earlier in the night I saw a big and ugly troll in green hospital scrubs snooping around the block. Bought some donuts and 2 cups of soy calf off of Dan over there. Seemed nervous, and he did everything with his left hand because his right hand was all screwed up with some cyberware. Alright, tell me more. Well, it was big, and I think it must have had some hospital attachments because I saw some needles. Looked like one I saw back in 44 when I got captured by elves. They did all sorts of experiments on me, let me tell you. Never trust one of them cyber people. The funny thing is that there's been a couple of wars between the elven nations, although how there's enough of them to actually form a nation is suspicious. More city-state, you know, by going by the Greek and Roman concepts. There's just not enough freaking elves in one spot to make an actual nation like the U.S. or anything. So, he might have been experimented on by elves. It's very possible. Amidst the shards of glass from the broken lights, you find a small piece of glass which looks like the bottom of a test tube. Alright. This looks like the coat and blanket the old man was trying to get back. Let's see what we got here. As you shuffle the bundle of cloth to the side, a printed receipt falls out from beneath the folds of the blanket. It's a bar tab receipt from the Seamstresses Union dated 2 days ago at 3:02 a.m. Right on the corner's reported time of death. The customer, Sam Watts, and the server's name is listed as Coyote. Alright, we're going to grab the coat and blankets because we're not a dick. Got us some karma there. There are 2 distinct sets of footprints. The humans ending at the chalk outline and a larger set, possibly orc or troll, following just behind. And, oh, I guess more karma there. Nice. This work light is new. You can see that all the alley's normal lights have been ruined. Upon closer inspection, it seems that they've all imploded. I did not read that fast enough, son of a bitch. Probably have something to do with, you know, feedback from magic or something like that. Anyway. Okay, I'm kind of irritated now. Didn't read that fast enough. I didn't realize there was a timer on that. Hey there, youngin'. I think this coat and blankets belong to you. My stuff! Mighty decent of you. Don't see that kind of thing too often out here. Alright, awesome. Did my nice deed for the day. Oh, we're running a bit smoother now. I wonder what the hell's up with that. Alright, let's talk to Dan again real quick. Alright, we already went to that intro. You sell some donuts to a troll wearing scrubs last night? Maybe. What's it to you? I sell a lot of donuts to a lot of people. I know how Lone Star profiles metahumans. I tell them about a troll that bought donuts from me right before murder. They'll haul him one just to see if he'll pay the bail. Not today, my friend. That's kind of a bust. What about Bobby? What's Bobby got to say? Actually, who is Bobby? Hey, chumma. Got some tasty morsels for you. Just what every well-dressed Shadowrunner should have in his back pocket. Okay, what's he selling? Drugs? Yep, drugs. Kamikaze, which is a combat stimulant. Increases body by 2, strength by 1, and willpower by 1 for 5 rounds. And nitro. Strength and willpower plus 2, and charisma and intelligence minus 2. Regardless, things that we don't want to deal with. Do we have anything to sell? I can sell my power bolt. Why the hell? And my spells. Why the hell would I want to, though? Basic med kits. Nope. I think we're good. Alright, so I don't know what the stash is. I'm too out of date. But no, we do not want to buy any drugs. Let's go into the Seamstresses Union and see what we got going on here. You're about to leave the Barrens and enter the Seamstresses Union. Would you like to proceed? Yes. Now each, I guess you call it a playset, is there's only so much you can do in each area before you move on. The Seamstresses Union. Relative to the rest of the Barrens, Touristville is a neon-clothed oasis. At its heart is the Seamstresses Union. housed in an old brownstone building on the corner of Illegal and Opportunity. Bums huddle together, gangsters strut the streets, and the occasional salaryman comes slumming. The Union building has been retrofitted, rebuilt, and restored so many times that it's like an aging starlet wearing too much makeup in an attempt to stay young. The wild ivy growing out of the gutter adds to this effect. As you enter, the murmur of hushed conversation washes over you. The dive bar denizens raise their heads, take your measure, and then go back to their business. This is the kind of place where everyone knows your name, but keeps to themselves. And I'm just going to pause it here so we don't have to wait for this thing to finish loading. All right, well, that took a hell of a lot longer than I expected it to. Really looking forward to when I get this little monstrosity upgraded. All right, so here we go. I was about to say, it damn well better be loading. So we got 2 more karma, which gives us a total of, how much do we have? 7 karma that we can work with here. And I'm not sure what we're going to do with it just yet. But our objective is find and question Coyote. Now, this is the Seamstresses Union. And as bars go, I wouldn't mind drinking at this one, to be completely honest. Let's see, we got Cherry Bomb. Sounds like a stripper. Come on, talk to the lady. There we go. The bartender is a striking elf sporting a perfectly toned body, perfectly pouty lips, and perfectly tapered ears. Her eyes harmonize save me and take me in equal measures, hitting just the right notes for the maximum extraction of tips. She looks at you, sees another elf, and smiles big. Hey there. I haven't seen you here before. What can I get you? Something dirty and a clean glass, please. Ooh, hard case. I like that. Okay, hard case. I'll get you something stiff. And I believe that was my line. She starts to turn away when a man with the face of a survivor and the zeal of a convert tugs at her arm. Hard. It's clear the two have a history. They try to keep their voices low, but the intensity of their conversation makes them easy to overhear. Sherry, you have to listen to me. If you stick around here, you can end up dead or worse. The Ripper is out there, and he's real. The last killing happened just on the block. And now Coyote's missing. Probably find her tomorrow in a dumpster without her head. Come on, Cherry Bomb, think. I think plenty, Shane. I'm gonna PH frickin' D from UW in neuroprosthetics, studying under Ojamans. I don't fucking know. I'm lucky I was able to pronounce the first part of that. Thank you. And how am I paying for it? Bartending, tips. There are faster ways for a Baron's girl to earn that kind of scratch, but I'm not taking them. So what do you want from me? I want what you want. A better life. A better world for everyone. The Universal Brotherhood can give you that. Oh, I forgot about these guys. I've heard all this before. This isn't some trick to get us back together. Things are different now. I'm different now. The Brotherhood. Cherry Bomb's pretty face is hard, armored in lipstick, and low expectations. Universal Brotherhood is for other people, Shane. Rich Bellevue types who can afford their membership fees and voluntary donations. And if that sounds like Scientology at all, it's because it totally fucking is. This isn't about money. It's about binding the world together in brotherhood. Come with me. Attend a discovery meeting. Get to the core of who you are. I hear Lynn Telestrian gave a talk last night called The New Family of the Sixth World. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be gave a talk, but there we go. I got family right here, Shane. They're drunks and lowlifes and whores, and I choose them over any of your brotherhood members. Now buzz. I need to get back to work. With body language that leaves no questions of the conversation over, Cherry Bomb turns her back on him. Sorry I got interrupted. Sorry you had to go through that. Sounds like you got big plans for yourself. Her eyes soften. Yeah, I do. Can't stay here forever. Got a look that says you're not just here for the entertainment. Are you a badge? Nope. Didn't think so. You look like a runner to me. We're trying to spot a bronze the minute they walk in here. Something I can help you with? I have a few questions. I have no idea what spotting a bronze means. The lingo in Shadowrun has changed a lot over the years. Ask away. Ever hear the name Sam Watts? She nods. Sam was a regular customer, a regular pain in the ass for as long as I've been here. Talked a big game, but he was always broke. As soon as he got any money in his pockets, it went straight to his head. Chips, drugs, or booze. Coyote had a soft spot for him now. Did we see Sam the night he died? Nope, that was Coyote's shift. Guy mentioned Coyote. Is she here? No, I think she's away on business. Business, huh? Is she a shaman with a name like Coyote? She laughs. No, she shot a coyote once, thinking it was a shaman who double-crossed her. We've been calling her Coyote ever since. Yes, magic users can shapeshift. She's been missing a couple of days now. Some people think the Ripper got her, but I know her. Coyote can take care of herself. Who runs this place? I'd like to talk to him. That'd be Mrs. Kubodo. She's in the back room. You can't miss her. Thanks for the intel. I appreciate the help. Gutter punks have to stick together. Alright, let's get a little bit of background. I'm not going to read this part out loud. So it's just... You can pause or something if you want to read it real quick. Just it's a bar in the shit end of nowhere. Nowheresville that caters to a certain clientele. So that's fine. I think this guy's actually a vendor. The Ripper. No, not that fella. It's not how Coyote does it. Yeah. Tell the giant 9-foot troll mixing your drinks that he's doing it wrong. That'll really go over well. Are we going to talk to this man? Come on. Talk to him. Thank you. Hey, guy, I got special outfits I'm trying to unload. You want first dibs? Oh, this guy's a vendor. Okay. So, we've got the Alley Punk. +3 hit points. Armor 4. Secure Ninja. +1 dodge. A tourist look. Just toss on your head. Just toss on a head out. Perfect for working in the shop. +1 intelligence. A Slanesh runner. Salish? I think it's Salish. Armor 2. The thing is that your character will actually look like this. Like the icons on these when they're done. So if you don't like your look, this is a good way to change it. But if you like your look, you're not getting armor for it. We've got Secure Decker. Secure Mage is what I'm wearing, which gives me armor 1. Do we have anything that's better mage clothing? I don't know. Thaumaturgic armor, there we go. Clothing for that traditional mage look grants willpower +1. Alright, so let's grab that. Confirm. So okay, this is what we have in our stash. So alright, we switched that out and now we look like that's not too bad. I can work with that. I think the skirt's a bit overdone, but screw it. Alright, we got our pistol and our mage bolt here. We got our spells. We can hold 4 of them. Alright. Not bad at all. A little extra point of armor, which means that's 1 less point of damage we'll be taking. Come on. There we go. Thought I might have to pause things for a moment there. Alright. Wyvern's Tooth. Gin Party. Let's go talk to them real quick. The Asian woman's expression reads open for business, but her demeanor reads dealer rather than companion. She has a jacket on her neck, a gun on her hip, and a chip on her shoulder. She eyes you with a sneer. You look like you use some firepower, something simple. I got guns so smart they'll practically fire themselves. Look for tech? You got some of that too, if that's the way you roll. She's got a really nice avatar, not gonna lie. Alright, let's see what we got here. Submachine gun, shotgun, rifle, machete, baseball bat. Doberman attack drone. A smoker, which is a support drone, which basically drops cover for you. Got grenades, concussion grenades, more grenades, more grenades, more grenades. Fuck, there's a lot of grenades. Med kits, drone repair kits, And that's about it. Okay. So absolutely nothing that we want, just basic stuff. I mean, the Doberman drone would be awesome if I was running drones. And if you guys want, you can always do a playthrough with the Decker. And I'll get a little bit of drone control going on, because drones are actually a lot of fun. All right, Mr. Clue. In case you're wondering, yes, his first name is Chris. Apparently he's a big fan. He made a fairly big donation to the Kickstarter, so now he gets his own character. Come on, talk to the troll. Thank you. Posted at the doorway to the VIP section is a tower of troll muscle wrapped in an impossibly tailored suit. Whether the product of good genes or expensive aftermarket cosmetic work, the troll's gleaming horns perfectly frame his face, and his polished tusks and goatee accent the set of a lantern jaw. Welcome. Please behave yourself. Funny place for the architect to put a wall. Meaning him. Load bearing, too. You got business here? Looking into the death of Sam Watts. I think it's supposed to be Watts. I really think it is. Heard about that. Real shame what happened to him. There's a sharpness in Clue's eyes. The look of a man who's seen much and earned wisdom at a young age. I figure Sam was the type who needed to be thrown out on occasion. Encouraged to call it a night, I'd say. Sam was a drunk, but he usually wasn't a violent one. And what about the night he died? He was a bit agitated, didn't catch the specifics. Might have been over a woman. I thought I was going to have to show him out, but I had to deal with a couple of rival go-gangers posturing for one of the working girls upstairs. Jake helped Sam out instead. Go-gangers are basically biker gangs. I appreciate you talking with me. Happy to help. Alrighty, let's see who we got here. We've got Johnny Clean, Noog, and Mrs. Kubuta. And she's the one I want to talk to. Mr. Kabuta? Yes, Kabuta. Watches you across the room, sizing up as you approach. As you get closer, you can see that she's of mixed race, African Japanese. Her demeanor says, "This is my house, mess with it at your peril." But her eyes twinkle with a playful light when she speaks. Konbanwa. Good evening. My, aren't you the pretty elf? Are you enjoying the Seamstresses Union? Should be plenty for a man like you to enjoy. She eyes you closely. Or is this business? I'm tempted to ask what's upstairs. But not tempted enough, she laughs. Tell me, Omea, what is it you're looking for? Information. Of course you are. Knowledge is power, eh? So I've been told. Soka. And why should I help you? Sam Watts. I'm looking for his killer. Her face brightens, amused. Ah, so you are the little insurance policy he would go on about when he was drunk. His avenging angel who would strike back for him from beyond the grave. Yeah, Sam never could keep his mouth shut. What do you want to know? How well did you know Sam? I knew him well. We all did. Sam was a regular here. Whenever he could beg or borrow enough nuyen to become altered in some way. Drugs, chips, alcohol. It didn't matter to Sam as long as he was bent. He was always looking for his next fix. God, I have known people like that. And they are an absolute pain in the ass, but you can't feel sorry for them sometimes, too. Until you catch them rummaging through your drawers. He clung to this place like it was his lifeline, and we treated him as part of the family, even if none of us truly liked him, except Coyote. And did you see Sam the night of his death? He was here, quite inebriated, as he often was. Coyote was working the bar that night, and she informed me that Sam was getting rowdy and belligerent with other customers. When I requested he leave, he refused. My bouncer, Mr. Clue, was off dealing with another issue, so I requested that Jake escort Sam out the back door to the alley. And that was the last I saw of either of them. Alright, why is this place called the Seamstresses Union? During the Gold Rush years, there was a census, and the politicians wanted as high number as possible to gain power and revenue. To bolster their numbers, they decided to include all the working girls, of which there were many, into the rolls. How, given the times, they could not list the girls' true occupation, so they entered them all as seamstresses. Yes, this used to be a whorehouse back in the day. When a girl accumulated enough money to open her own place of business, she named it the Seamstresses Union, so potential workers would know that they would be treated fairly there. and thus a rich tradition was born. So you're a former seamstress? No. Perhaps when we know each other more, I will reveal more about myself. So for now, enjoy the union. One more question. Can you tell me where to find Coyote? Her face darkens. Would that I could. I have not seen her in 2 days. She is a smart woman and quite dangerous, but I fear for her. If she's dangerous, why fear for her? Please. If you're what I think you are, you know. There's always someone more dangerous. Her room is upstairs. If you're looking for her, I invite you to examine it. You may be able to uncover her whereabouts. I would not normally betray her privacy this way, but she has missed 2 shifts now and cannot be reached on her comm. It is unlike her. Something has happened. I will not have inaction on my conscience. Here's the key. Alright. Now, this fellow sells some spells, I believe. So let's talk to him real quick. It might be useful. Noog. Covered in glowing magical talismans and fetishes, the troll does not seem fully of this world. He mumbles to himself constantly, apparently participating in several conversations at once. But with entities you can neither see nor hear. Don't like that at all. Bring me proof and you shall have it. I am honored, your majesty. That was why I said to use mustard instead of ketchup. Forgive me, Gene, I was a fool. He looked in the eye as other conversations unfold. You may peruse my magical wares and see their glory. Yeah, he's definitely out there. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we can pick up Heal Wound. Heals all the damage to the most recent attack. Mana Ball. A magical explosion that ignores normal armor and targets willpower. That might be useful. It's damage 10, and it's an area of effect. Let's see. Distraction. Decrease the target's to hit chance by 12%. That's not as useful. Flamethrower. Line of fire controlled by the caster and directed at one target. Mana Bolt we already have. Weaken armor, which does exactly what it says on the tin. Haste requires conjuring. Slow requires conjuring. Mana Fist. Okay, these are now we're getting into the adept powers down here. Oh, here we go. Force 1 Air Elemental Fetish summons a Force 1 Air Elemental. So the way summoning works is that you can either summon them out of the environment, like we did with the rain, or if you have a fetish, you can summon them that way. And he's only got air elementals, but we're going to take one of those. Actually, no, we're going to take 2 of them. And we're going to get up here, and we're going to grab Mana Ball. This is going to cost 2 AP to cast, but damn if it will not be useful. Alright, so that's going to cost us 500 new yen out of our current 990. Alright, so Mana Ball goes there, and we are going to take that out. So this goes in our stash. We're going to have a basic med kit in our stash. So we're going to have 2 med kits, a dock wagon. Security thing basically allows us to revive a downed teammate. And 2 summoning fetishes. I think that should be pretty good. I think that should be just fine. Alright, awesome. And over here is Johnny Clean, and he's a former runner. The man is dressed like a janitor but wearing unusually clean overalls. He's tall, rail-thin, and has a cunning look in his eyes that says he's more than just a maintenance guy. Howdy, name's Johnny Clean. You new? I am. Imagine you've seen all sorts of stuff in a place like this, huh? True, quite true. And I keep my mouth shut about it, too. That's the secret to keeping a job here and staying alive in general. You gotta work. See you around. Alright, so now that we've dealt with all the conversations that can be had here, let's go upstairs and go rummage through Coyote's room and see what we can find. Come on, there you go. Alright. So this is... There's a mid-grade security panel attached to the nearby doors. Set to require a password for entry. If we had decking 2, we could hack the panel. And we don't, so we're just going to leave it alone. Next door. I'd call this place a mess, but people have seen my room. It's no better. Alright, it doesn't look like there's anything at all in here that we can see. So we go over here to this one. Come on. And this is Coyote's room. How can I tell? Because icons start popping up. For instance, looks like Coyote keeps her clothes in boxes on the floor. Coyote's computer is ancient. Probably fished out of a junkyard. It doesn't even have a data jack, and the cracked display is covered with fingerprints. Tapping the keyboard causes the dust-caked fans to spin up, only to the display on screen. Password. Tap the password. The only other button is password recovery option. So, we're on a brute force password crack. Select password recovery, which means that we're going to have to be asked a security question or leave the computer on. Let's finish looking at the room first. Let's see, Coyote's bed. Coyote's bed has a diary with several pages sticking out of it. Open the diary to the first page. There's a receipt stuck between the pages and a diary entry. Came back on my shift to find 4 of Paco's goons sleeping on our apartment floor. It's getting fragging ridiculous. Want to be with him, with the real Paco, but this cutter Drek keeps messing everything up. I love him, but he's totally different with the gang. That's how I make cash, baby, he always says. I try to tell him that he doesn't need the cash. I can support us both for what I make at the union. He still goes on these runs. With these bozos all over my floor, it feels like he's just seeing how far he can push me before I kick him out. Try to be patient, but why does it have to be all one way? And the receipt. A receipt for a Browning Max pistol from Jin Park downstairs with a note saying how big guns on hot women turn her on. I'm gonna agree with that. Alright. The paper has a handwritten poem on it and a diary entry. Let's read the poem. It just says Paco should... Let's just say that Paco should stick to guns and motorcycles and leave the poetry to others. Thank you for not making me endure that. Sometimes it seems like Paco reads my mind or my diary. Maybe he does the latter. Wouldn't be surprised. Hi, Paco! Since last week, he hasn't mentioned the cutters once. He leaves the apartment with the sea in a few hours, babe, and returns later without comment. I don't know if it's really going to help us to avoid the subject and conversation completely, but I felt better without our constant arguing about it. Alright, third paper. There's a receipt and an old photograph stuck between the pages. Let's look at the picture. The picture shows a young girl with caramel skin and dark brown hair. She has a snake wrapped around her arm, yet she is smiling. The back of the photograph has shadows scrawled on it. Alright, is that the same thing again? Yeah, okay. So let's look at the receipt. Yeah, cash on delivery receipt for a specific order. 5 pounds of zebra meat from Maury's Meat Emporium located on Pike Place Market. Zebra meat. That's fucking odd. And the fourth paper. A receipt for a wall safe installed near the bathroom door, set to a combination of 342, 436, and that's it. Alright, let's put the diary back down. Over here we have a framed painting of the Chicago skyline done in stylized silhouette. Alright. And over here I think this is our old TV. The stand is littered with action movies and cigarette butts. Okay, so now we should be able to get into the safe, see what she has in there. The broken mirror is hiding a small safe. Input the code found in Coyote's diary. The door comes open. What do we get here? Item picked up, a Fischetti frag grenade. Okay. Let's see if we can get into the computer here. Password recovery. Please answer 3 security questions and reset password. Your first childhood pet. Shadow. Favorite musical act. Didn't really come across that. But we're going to go with Maria Mercurial because everybody loves her. What's the name of your hometown? Chicago, I'm guessing. Answer stored. Oh, incorrect. Okay. I'm a little confused here then. That's Chicago. Action movies and cigarette butts. This mentions the pet snake. Okay. And these two are bitching about her boyfriend. That's the wall safe combination, so... I don't see anything that would tell me what kind of music she likes. Closing boxes. Yeah, action movies and cigarette butts. Yeah, it doesn't give me anything here unless I'm missing something in the diary. So it's... Oh, we'll double check the diary one more time. Alright. That doesn't actually let me read what was on there, just the security safe code. This is the receipt for zebra meat, which is just fucking bizarre. And that's more bitching about the boyfriend, whom, to be fair, I think probably deserves it. Wait a minute, what does it say up there first? Okay. It just repeats whatever you just read on it. And this is the first paper. Yeah, I don't even know. I guess I could probably ask around, but that would require me to go back up down a half dozen times. So let's do this real quick. Nope. Alright, so we can't get into the computer at all. Well, I think we should be able to ask somebody some questions and get some answers as to what's going on there. As a matter of fact, I think Mrs. Kabuto might be a good person to ask. You know, Coyote's favorite band. Starfire. Oh, I was way off from that. What city is she from? Never thought to ask, just as if she was from around here. Childhood pets. Coyote's real name is Gina. That's the most personal information I have about her. Gina Paco. He's a ganger, member of the Cutters. He's a good kid and nasty line of work. I warn Coyote against getting too attached to that type. They don't live long. Oh, I am a vegetarian, so she hasn't been to Murray's Meat Emporium. Park sold a Coyote a gun recently. I'd be more surprised if she hadn't. Bouncers can deal with most troublemakers around here. You need a gun just to take trash out to the dumpster. Alright, so... let's see if he knows anything. Probably not. I think he's just a dealer. Yeah, no, he's no good. But I bet Cherry Bomb knows. Let's go talk to Cherry Bomb. Chris Clue down here might as well, but honestly, fuck that guy. See an option to speak to him? It is not even an option. Let's talk to... actually, no, let's talk to Jen real quick. She's closest. Did you sell a Browning Max Power to Coyote the bartender? Hey guy, I'm discreet. I don't talk about my clients or what they buy. Bad for biz. However, I'm sure she would recommend me if she was a customer, which I'm not saying she is. She can't recommend you if she's dead. Did she say anything about why she wanted it? Or, of course, I expect no less. Listen, Coyote's missing. Miss Kubota asked me to find her. I need to know what you know. Let's go with that one. Whatever Mrs. Kabuto wants. I didn't realize Coyote was missing. She said she expected to encounter some kind of paranormal animal at close range. I recommended the Ares Predator, but she couldn't afford it, so she went to Browning Max Power. Need some hardware? Nope. You don't have anything I want anymore. Alright, so we know about the gun. And let's see if we can talk to Cherry Bomb down here and figure out what town she's from. Come on, get over there. Talk to the hot, sexy elf bartender, please. Come on. There we go. Ask away. Yeah. All right, never mind. She doesn't have anything to tell me. So we're gonna have to guess on the hometown. I'm gonna go with Chicago. As soon as my guy freaking shuffles his arthritic ass over back to the area that we need to be. Whoop. There we go. Now, my buddy found all the parts in here for the computer, so hopefully within the next this week, things are happening. I can tell you that much. I'm hoping, if not later today, maybe tomorrow, to get some stuff updated. So, wish me luck, folks. Come on, get up there. Then this will be running so much better. All right, password recovery. It's Shadow, Starfire, and Chicago. Answer stored. Password has been reset to blah, 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 blah. For security, never write down your password. Alright. The computer has a basic list of applications. Let's look at the calendar. Meet with Dahlia about gig. They meet Paco for date at Pike Place Market due in 30 minutes. Well, I think we should say hi to Paco. Coyote's contact list has exactly one entry, someone named Paco. There's no comic number or other contact information for him available. This does not seem like a very useful list of contacts. Let's access our history. A quick scan of her recent searches shows that Coyote has been reading a great deal about hellhounds. It also suggests more than a mere casual interest in vintage action figures. Alright. So, we'll go talk to Mrs. Kabuto again. Kabuto, whatever. I'm going to mangle it and I'm just going to pronounce it the way it sounds in my head. Alrighty. Can I help you? Coyote has a date with Paco at Pike Place Market in the next half hour. If you would go down there, might bring me peace of mind. I'll call a cab for you. That should be able to get you there in time. Gambadi Kudasai. Good luck. Yeah, I know I totally mispronounced that. It's just my freaking gaijin ass not being able to pronounce fucking foreign languages. It's funny, I actually speak a couple, kind of, but that was never one of them. Alright, so we go all the way over here, we hit this little icon, and come on, move it. And suddenly it's running smoothly again. I just can't figure this game out. Alright, so take a cab to Pike Place Market? Absolutely yes. Next time. For today, I have been the War Boss Squeeze. It's been good to have you guys watching the video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, whichever. I will see you guys on Thursday for the next episode. Have a good time, and I will see you then. Adios.